Everybody asks, why early, so early? We don't think it is so early. It's a good
Okay.
time.
Yes, of course.
So you are all used to rising early, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
A very good morning to everyone, and I welcome you all to Skilling on Saturdays. Today we have with us esteemed guest Chimmu Kutty, who is an author and a speaker who focuses on building confidence. Shares tips and techniques for maintaining deep levels of confidence through her keynotes, writings, and her YouTube channel. She has also authored two books about building confidence at work. This year, Chumukuti has received the prestigious Blue LinkedIn Top Voice
Shani ma'am,
Badge.
you have started
Yes,
the
sir.
recording?
Yeah, it's on.
So,
She started her career as a banker. She is also a CFP certified financial planner. After quitting her bank, she became a soft skills trainer, and now she is an executive coach and professional speaker. She has been a member of Toastmasters since more than 10 years now and is a double DTM. Chimuji would like to know what's DTM.
And distinguished Toastmaster.
Okay, okay, thank you. From our speaking and coaching experience, Chimu has come across clients facing communication issues and not being able to articulate thoughts clearly. She has seen firsthand how crippling it can be to let this day overtake your confidence and self-esteem. In today's talk, she will share some practical solutions to help you become a confident speaker. With this short introduction, I welcome you, Chimuji, on
Thank you so
Skilling
much.
on Saturday.
Thank you so much, Shivani, and thank you for inviting me here. Good morning, everyone, and so glad that you all take the time out to join the session to learn to upskill. Today, in my session, I will be doing a small part and carrying on the legacy of what Shivani and group have started. So, I would like to share my screen and begin. Just give me a minute. So before that, can I just ask you so in this session, right, I will be doing a lot of interactions because the subject is communication, and unless we do the communication, we cannot learn what I'm saying. So you don't have to
Of
come on
course.
camera if you're not comfortable, but I would at least request you to do the activity as I go through the session. So just a raise of hands. You can raise your hand. How many of you find that you're not able to actually put your thoughts across clearly when you meet clients or in the workplace, or you find some difficulty in getting the right words and making your point clear and crisp? Do any of you find this happen to you sometime? You just raise your hand virtually, no problem. Okay, I guess everyone is just joining, so I'll jump into the PPT and we'll come back to this later. Uh, Again, I'm saying, please take part in these activities which I'm going to ask you to do, small things, because then you will know where you stand as far as being a clear and confident communicator. So let me begin. So today I'm going to take you through what you can do to become a confident speaker. Speaking is very integral to all of us, right? In any profession, speaking becomes very important because that is how you communicate your thoughts to your clients, to your families, to everyone. But we assume that from birth we are talking, so we should be good at it by now. But that is not always the case. We may not know how to share our point clearly or articulate our thoughts well. So in this session, I will just take you through some few tips to make sure that you have this to fall back on when you come into any situation where the thoughts are not coming for you. Using these tips, right, you can easily become a clear communicator and speak with impact. So I believe that confidence and communication go hand in hand. We need to communicate through, but if we don't have the confidence in the way we speak, nobody will believe us, or we will not have the authority to give our opinion in any kind of situation, be it a work situation or even at home. You must have noticed if at home where you are the most comfortable, if you are not able to say things confidently with authority, they just overlook you. So let's plan a trip. Okay, let's ask her. No, she doesn't say anything properly. Let's not bother with her. See, that is the impression people get. So confidence and communication are very much interlinked in today's world, where communication is how you go forward in life, really. That's why I always say that confidence is key to good communication. And the good news is confidence can be built. Even if today you don't feel confident, you can. And good communication can be learned because these are skills. Communication is a skill which can be learned. And that is where I'm coming from. I don't mind if you are having any kind of experience. It does not matter to me. You can become a good communicator. You can build up your confidence to become a good communicator. If you are an introvert, some people say I'm very introverted. I can't speak in meetings, and I'm not that kind of person who will go and talk to everybody. In office meetings and all, I'd rather just simply sit down. I don't want to see and say anything. It does not matter. You can still build up good confidence, and you can make sure that when you speak, you are heard and you make an impact. On the other end of the scale is the extrovert. The extrovert talks a lot, but sometimes there's no purpose. People just shut you off because you're always talking, and they feel that, what is he saying? So even if you're an extrovert, you can become a good communicator. If you're shy, if you're scared, it really doesn't matter because these things can be overcome. You can learn this. And in the course of my coaching practice, right, I have come across many people who have come from tier two cities where they have come across English as the language only later in life, maybe in college. And forever they feel that, I don't know to speak English well. It does not matter. You can still be a good communicator without having, perfect English. The point of communication is to get your thought across. That's all it is. If you are able to do that, your English does not matter. Where you study does not matter. Whether you're introvert or extrovert also does not matter. And if you say that I don't have practice speaking in front of people, it doesn't matter also because how do we learn? You will learn by practice. And then each time you open your mouth to speak and you apply these principles which I'm sharing, you will become better. So I know this because I have coached many, many people. I have taken sessions and I have seen the results. So I am speaking from experience. Okay, so you will be wondering, who am I? Who is this lady who's coming here and saying all these things? Confidence, communication, and all that. So just to give you a brief of who I am and why I believe that confidence and communication are so vital for success in today's world. So I started my life as a banker. So bank, right? There's a big counter and the staff are behind the counter. So I'm very safe behind the counter. I can speak to anybody and handle a lot of crowds, whatever it is you can do because you're safe behind the counter and you're that identity. You're a banker, so that identity gives you the courage to say whatever you need to say, even if you're shy. And I was very shy and introverted because I didn't have any experience talking to people and all. And as soon as I came out of college, I was thrown into this world of banking where I had to meet so many people, all strangers, and I had to talk to them. It was so difficult for me because I don't know to talk and no courage, nothing. my no voice also would come out. That was the situation. But practice, like I said, no. So I had to go. What to do? I'm in that situation. I have to deal with the customer. So I learned to speak. And as the years went by, I learned how to communicate better in crowds, handle the people, answer the question. I felt, yeah, I'm a very good communicator. I can speak so well. And meanwhile, I became a certified financial planner. And I thought, when I quit my bank, right, I will take corporate sessions. I can speak, right? Look at me, I'm handling people every day in the bank. And okay, all this happened. Then one day, when I went to talk to some people outside the counter, that's when I realized nothing. I don't know. I cannot open my mouth. Everybody's staring at me. I don't have. I became blank. I cannot speak to people. I was in such a state. And I realized, okay, speaking behind the counter in your role is much different when speaking outside the counter in front of people and people are all staring at you. So then I decided, okay, if I have to take sessions, I should know, I should at least open my mouth to speak. So then I looked around what can help me to develop my speaking skills. And I found this non-profit organization, international non-profit organization called Toastmasters. So I joined. And every week I used to attend the meeting. There, no, they have a meeting set up where you will go, you speak, you take up roles. Over time, right? I improved to such an extent that I decided not to do financial planning sessions and I switched over and became a soft skill trainer, which is even more challenging, right? Every time I go to work, I'll meet a new set of people. So that was the extent of development that I had by using this platform. I got a lot of leadership opportunities, and at every opportunity I used uh, to improve my speaking skill and also the way my leadership skills. So I used this platform to help me to grow. And at the end of it is I became a professional speaker. I decided after talking so much, right, I better monetize my skills, and that's when I became a professional speaker. Along the way, I became a coach also, and by coaching people in at work I found out that a lot of them have confidence issues, which actually lead them to not speak properly. The confidence affected the communication to such an extent that I wrote two books on the subject. So these are the two books. Both are available in Amazon. So along the way, I called myself a confidence multiplier because that's what I do. I work with people. I build up their confidence. I help them to speak better. I help them to get into leadership roles. So this is what happened till last year. And January, I received a really a good gift, a New Year gift. LinkedIn recognized my contribution, and they gave me the Blue Top Voice badge. So the Blue Top Voice badge is given by LinkedIn. They select you. So I was like, wow, I must be doing something right. So this made me really proud. So now I just want to ask you, how many of you in the course of your work actually find it sometimes difficult to speak or express your thoughts? Just a raise of hands. Now you have heard my story. I have come from very, not by speaking, by being so brave to speak behind the counter to not able to open my mouth outside the, format of being a bank. Yeah, thank you, Manoj. Anyone else has faced this problem, or all of you are really great at communication? That is great, I know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for
If
responding.
all of us would be great, then definitely we would not be here.
Yes, we all have room for improvement. That is the biggest room, right? Room for improvement. True. Even I also always looking out to become better and make more impact in the way I speak. And my style has changed over the years, as yours will too. So today I want to actually go through four key things. That is, what are the four areas that you need to develop to become a great communicator? Anyone wants to share?
Prithvi ji has raised hand.
Yeah, I think he's Prithvi. Would you like to say something, or are you just saying that you do face some communication problem, like all of us?
Yeah, yeah, just raised my hand to say that I do have communication problems sometimes of my organization.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it. Anyone else want to share that they have any kind of? Sometimes it happens when you're put in the spot, or you're in the meeting, or the boss asks you, "What do you think about this?" And that time you can't think only, you become blank. So yes, that happens to all of. So I want to share that there are four key areas that we can develop to become a great communicator. And they are very simple. And this is how what I have found in the course of coaching people, in the course of training people. These are the four areas that if we develop, we can become a strong and impactful communicator in any area, wherever we are. So the first one is to speak fluently and clearly. Now, this may seem so simple, but I have met so many hundreds of people who are not able to, articulate clearly. You know, they are not able to put their thoughts into words fluently. It takes time, and they are so slow in talking that people listening to them. Look how I'm talking now. Like that people listening to them, they just they cut off. So see, it's so painful, right, to listen to a person who is not able to get the thoughts out. So speaking fluently and clearly is a great strength, and you can develop this. And the next is less crutch words in your speech. By crutch words, I mean and all. When you're speaking, basically, all right, How many of us have this unconsciously? I had a lot of them, a lot. And it took time for me to really recognize it and work through it. And the third one is minimize regional accent influence. Many of us, right? We unconsciously we have the regional accent, and it comes up in times of stress. Most times we can speak very nicely and everybody can understand. But the minute we get stressed, right, the words sound like our mother tongue. And it has happened, and I have noticed so many times in me also, in others also. So if you can minimize this, your speech will be more impactful. And the last one, the one which I always, advocate is be confident. If you are confident in yourself, when you speak, all the top three, will be taken care of. So this is what I mean when I say that only four areas, if you work on, you can become a confident speaker easily. And how do we do this? I will share some frameworks with you, and we will just do a small practice. And then by doing the practice, you can actually see the difference, and that will build your confidence. And when your confidence increases, you will automatically become a confident speaker. So, can I just have a hands up or a thumbs up that you will participate in the next activity? It's a fun activity, don't worry about it. Nothing stressful, nothing asking you to speak. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, are we ready? Can I move on to the next activity? Thumbs up, yes. And I would like you to practice this because if you do this, you will actually know where you stand. Okay. So you should know where you are before we can add any improvements to find out and show you how you've improved. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is crutch words. Crutch words, and some people, right, before talking, they and then they talk, and then and then they get all coughing and all those things. They clear the throat before talking. That is also crutch word. Okay. So now we are going to play a small game. I want you to all mute yourself. One, and the second is please take out your cell phone and use the record button. If please search for your record feature. It will be usually in next to documents or something like that. Record. If you have found it, please give me a thumbs up. Record feature to record your voice now. You're going to record your voice. Nobody need here. You please mute yourself. Voice recorder. It's called voice recorder. If you have found it on your phone, please give me a thumbs up so I know that we are all on the same page. So this is a challenge for you, right? To find out where you are today. So if you do this next exercise, which we are going to play now, this game, you will find out exactly where you stand on this. Come. Thumbs up. Have you all voice recording? Yes. Yes, Susmita. Have you found the voice recorder in your phone? Okay, Shivani, if you could please mute everyone because I don't want the voice to come out. You have to record in your own phone. Okay. So now the exercise goes like this. I will give you one topic and you will talk about it for 1 minute. Okay, I will time you and you will record what you say in your phone. Simple as that. Okay. At the end of this exercise, you will know a lot of things about yourself and the way you speak when we come out of this exercise. So please give me a thumbs up if you're ready, then I will share the topic. Yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you. So I will share the topic, and when I say yes, you will start speaking about that topic and record yourself. When 1 minute is over, I will say stop, and you stop recording, stop speaking. Okay, so I will share the screen now. Okay. So your phone is ready and it's your record button is going to be pressed. When I share this topic, you will start speaking on this topic for 1 minute, and when 1 minute is over, I'll say 1 minute is up. That time you close your speech and press the stop button. Any questions? Okay, so I'll go ahead. Please mute yourself. Okay. So the topic is very simple. What inspires you to wake up in the morning? You have to speak for 1 minute on this, and your time starts now. Record while you're speaking. Okay, 1 minute up. You can end the speech and stop your recording. Okay, if you're done, please give me a thumbs up. If you're done with your recording, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, now why did we do this, right? Very few of us actually listen to the way that we speak impromptu. So this is suddenly an impromptu speech, right? I've just thrown this topic at you. And you have to suddenly put your thoughts together and speak the two for 1 minute. So much of pleasure. You have to record it also. So now I would like you to replay this recording and count your crutch words. Crutch words are throat clearing, coughing, and all those things. are crutch words. If you have all these things, please count it. I will give you again a minute to do so. If you have any questions, please put in the chat box. If you are finished, you can share how many crutch words you had in the chat box. Basically, coughing, throat clearing. Please put in the chat box how many you found out in your 1 minute of speech. This is just to give you an idea of where you stand today, right? Very good. Yes. Nice. In the beginning, I used to have one of my coaches. She had, before every word, she used to say, I have, like, it was so painful to hear her talking. And slowly, she reduced her crutch words to such an extent that now when she talks, you will not even realize that she was struggling so much earlier. Thank you so much for sharing this, sharing your crutch words. 3 to 4, 4 to 5 is all very good, extremely good. I think this group, being a chartered accountant, they are very sharp in speech and in mind also. That's why they come early morning for sessions. Nice. So I will move on. Thank you so much. Okay, so I just threw one topic at you and I asked you to speak for 1 minute and you found out where you are, what are your crutch words, and where you stand today, and what you need to do to improve. So now we are going to play one more game, and this game is to actually help you to reset your mind, to jolt your mind to become more alert, so that when people ask you questions, suddenly you are able to be alert and answer the question. This game is very, very simple. Again, you need not unmute. You can say out, but you have to say out loud wherever you are sitting, right? Just say the out loud. Now I'll tell you what you should do. So I showed you this picture. This is a van, right? So when I show you the picture, immediately you should say, you can tell any other word other than van. So if you see this picture, you can say book, you can say computer, laptop, coffee, tea, whatever you want. It should be a noun, okay, some object. So other than van, your brain should immediately switch and tell some other word. Now the reason for this is we are triggering our brain to become more sharper, so and forcing our brain to be alert every time. So I'll give you one more example before we start. So now I'll show you one more picture. Immediately say some other word, okay, which is not that picture. Okay. So can we play this game? Please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. Yeah. You just have to say whatever picture is there, you cannot use that word. You have to say some other word. Okay. This way we are triggering your brain actually to become more sharper. Now I will have only a second or two for each picture. You have to be very fast. So your brain will become more sharp just by doing this. So can I begin? Yes. Okay. Each picture will be shown just for a second. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Start.
Diary.
You should not say the word. You should not say what is on the screen. You should say some other word. Any other word.
Yeah, for book I said diary.
Bat, ball, wicket, ground, garden.
Bat. Yellow. Laptop.
Music.
Sky,
Watch.
Pen.
Pen.
car,
Nice. So we are done. How did you find this?
Most of the time, the word was coming what the picture was shown.
Yes. Yes. Very difficult, right? To suddenly switch your mind and think of something else, because we'll be wanting to say that word only. So just by doing this, right, before you get into any interview or any client meeting, you can make your brain sharper. How to do it without having these pictures? Just look around you. Whatever you see, right, tell some other name for that. This is how you make your brain sharper before any stressful interview or a client meeting or call or whatever it is. So this is one hack I would like to share with you. So now I want to give you a framework to overcome your crutch words, and a framework to also learn how to speak very smoothly, whatever be the topic, okay, and whatever be the situation. So we are starting with impromptu speech. Impromptu speech is what happens in everyday life. We can't always, prepare our speech and come and talk to people, right? Most of the time, we are going to be talking just on the fly. That's what is called impromptu speech. So this is the topic I'm going to ask you. What is the most interesting thing you learned recently? Now I will share one framework where anything you can use to build up your confidence or your vocabulary or the way you speak or more fluency by using this framework. So this is the framework. The question is, what is the most interesting thing you learned recently? So how to answer any question which comes at you and sound fluent and knowledgeable even though you don't know anything about it. Okay. So the first thing is you give a general answer. So yeah, I have learned quite a lot of things, new things recently. And then you come to the specific answer. Now, why are we doing this? When we give a general answer, it gives our brain a little time to think about what we have to say next. Then we come to the specific answer. Yeah, the most interesting thing I learned recently actually was one new recipe I learned from one of my cousins. And I found it so interesting. I always thought, that was so difficult. But when I did it and I learned it from her, I found that it is so easy. Specific answer. Why did you think it was easy? Because I thought it was difficult and then it became easy. So this is how you answer any question. You give a general answer straight away. Then you go to the specifics and you say why. Why you think it is so? Why you think it is not so? Okay. So I would like you to practice it with yourself. And I will move on to another topic. But this is the framework and it gets complicated, right? This is a simple framework. It's going to get complicated as we move along. This is the most simple way to answer any question. So I'll give one more example. Do you like to travel? Anyone would like to try to answer this question in this way? Very simple. This is the simplest framework. It will get more complicated as we go along. Anyone would like to try this? Yes, please. You can try. Jyoti.
Yeah, hello everyone. Myself Jyoti Maru. Do you like to travel is my topic today. Traveling is a fun. We go outside, explore many things. It's amazing. Why I like traveling is I enjoy because of some constraint. If I am like, I can't go that way. And if I step out of that, I conquer it, then I feel, yes, I am myself and I can do it. For the traveling mostly. And sometimes it happens to me like I was to go Badrinath.
So you should be very
Badrinath is a place.
specific, Jyoti. I don't want to hear any stories now. You have to just
Okay.
answer specifically within 30 to 40 seconds. Okay, so
Okay.
you have done that. Actually, you have done that. You said I like to travel because I want to overcome some challenges. Very nice. Okay, would okay,
Okay.
nice. I will give chances again. Would anyone else want to try this? It should be just 30 to 40 seconds long. It's a simple answer, simple question. So the point of learning this, right, is to know when to stop also, because we don't know when to stop. We go on and on and on, right? Prithvi had raised his hand. Would you like to try, Prithvi, this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would like to do it. Yes, I love to travel. I love to explore new places, and it will be great to travel to new locations. Why I love to travel is because I get to learn many things. I get to understand new food, lifestyle, new topography. That's the reason I love traveling.
Wow, amazing. Short and sweet. So this is what I mean for a small, simple question, short and sweet answer. It will get more complicated. That time we can have longer answers. So yeah, Sujata had raised a hand. Do you want to try this question? Do you like to have plans at home? Make it short, sweet, and 30 seconds. That's all I want.
Yeah, see, plants, when we live with plants at home, it creates the kind of, enjoying the nature and contributing something to the society and the environment. When I say, why do we have to have plants? First thing is that it gives me satisfaction in terms of spending my morning hours in a quality way. Second is that it gives me
Go
some
to the
kind of...
complicated format. Okay, I like that. So I'll stop you here because I just wanted that first sentence as your answer. That is a simple answer to the question, right? We have a complicated format coming up. Okay, thank you for that. So I'll go to the next format, or the next level is you have to close the loop. So if you start with which reality TV show do you like best, and I will say, oh, okay, I like a lot of reality TV shows, and I love this MasterChef India. So the specific question answer is, I love MasterChef India, and the reason I like it is because I learn a lot, and therefore, and I'm closing the loop now. Out of all reality TV shows, I like MasterChef India the best. Got it? In this way, you will close the loop. Whatever you opened, you will close it. Anyone would like to try this? 30 seconds, only 30 seconds. It will make your brain so sharp because you have to open, close, give a reason also. Yes, anyone has raised their hand? If you can see, Shivani, please share. If anyone has raised hand.
I am a great foodie, so wherever there is a program happening about, menu and kitchen or food, I always like to watch. MasterChef Australia is one of the programs which I love most. The reason being is that at some point, whenever I watch, it triggers a dream in me saying, one day I want to be the participant of that MasterChef Australia. That's the reason why it really, interests me to watch that.
Amazing. Thank you. So here is another question. Somebody had raised their hand, no, Shivani?
Just checking. Not yet.
Okay. So you can take this question. I'll go to the next level, okay, because there's one more complication coming up. This is the question which we will again address in the third level. India is the best place to live in today. And now I come back to the same question, but I want to share this framework where first Sujata was telling us, no, I like it one for this reason, that reason. Now this is the complex framework where when you are speaking, you are expected to give 2 or 3 supporting answers for why you like it. So now, who would like to answer this question? We can learn a lot from TV shows. Someone else? We can learn a lot from reality TV shows. You have to give 2 or 3 points also. Why? So I'll give an example. Yes, I agree that we can learn a lot from reality TV shows. For example, this MasterChef India, MasterChef Australia, this is one of my favorite shows. What did I learn from them? I learned the following. One is I learned that you don't have to be a chef or study cooking to learn how to cook well. I see all the participants, they're just home cooks and they inspire me such a lot. Two is I learn so many varieties of ways of using ordinary things when I look at these shows. So it inspires me also to become a better cook. That's it. So that's why I feel that we can learn a lot from reality TV shows. Simple. So I'll give you another quiz topic. So who wants to try this? You have to give 2 points, okay, this time. Who wants to try this? Anyone can. Only I can get 30 to 40 seconds this time. If anyone has raised their hand, please share, Shivani. Otherwise, we'll move forward. No problem. I have more stuff to share. That's why. Okay. And it's a very challenging. This is the most challenging format. So who would like to share? I want to challenge somebody to try this. One you can try.
You can raise your hands.
Shivani, you want to try?
Okay. So traveling gives us a good education because when we are traveling, we see a lot of new things and they give us a lot of insights. We love traveling also because that's the quality time we spend. We explore the world around us, and traveling opens up new. It provides us new ideas. That's the reason we love traveling.
Nice. Amazing. And no crutch words, nothing. Very nice. So this is another topic you can try, but I want to move on to the next part.
Heral wants to. You can unmute Heral.
Who wants to?
Heral.
Okay. Okay, you can try this, Hiral.
Hello.
Yeah, you can try this question.
Audible.
India is the best place to live in
Hello.
today. Yeah, you are audible, Hiral. Or who is speaking now? Jain, right?
Which question I have to answer? That's India is the best place to live in today.
Yes. You have to give 2 or 3 supporting points, and all together you cannot take more than 1 minute.
Okay. I feel India is the best place to live in today because India is a country which with the diversity. We have various regional languages, various regions which are living together and which we will not find in any other country. I have traveled all over the world and we have seen. So that's why India is the best place to live. No doubt, certain infrastructure and other challenges are there, which are to be monitored or administered by government as well as with the support of the people.
Nice. Wonderful. Thank you so much. It was easy, right?
Hello.
Once you have the framework, it's easy, right?
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Audible.
You want to try
So,
one?
yes,
Okay.
this is Herald, and I'd like to answer. I'd like
Which
to speak on the topic which you have given.
Which one?
Uh,
Which question you want to
uh,
speak on?
about the traveling experience.
Okay, fine. Carry on.
I like traveling. I hope traveling helps me make new. That's the reason for me traveling. I've been traveling to meet people and make new friends. That's the sole reason. Over a period of travel, I have met a lot of friends in my life. That's being around.
Nice. Very good.
Thank you.
So, how to remember these? Thank you so much for participating, all of you. So, I will move on now because I want to just share some more things. So, I have a workbook and I have given 50 practice questions in that. If you want, just stay till the end. I will share, the link for the workbook. And now let's go to the types of communication, because knowing how to speak impromptu is good, but to know how to speak in any situation is what we need to learn actually. So I'll just go through the types of communication very briefly. There is the passive. Passive is I lose, you win. So if somebody says you have to do this and you do it, it's very passive. So only you don't have any choice in the matter. Passive aggressive. If I lose, you also lose. So if you don't get it, even I will not allow you to get it. If I don't get, I will not allow you to get it. Like that. Very both of you are not going to get anything out of this situation. The third one is aggressive. That is, I must win always, you lose. You stay here. I will go and do this. You have to just always listen to me. Very, very aggressive. You must have met many of these people. Yeah, I know in your life as you go through. People who are so aggressive, they only think about themselves. They push you back. But the one that which we want to communicate or we want to learn is the assertive. The ways I win, you win. How can we do it together? Now, the reason that this assertive communication is now coming up everywhere is because there's a global mindset shift where earlier it used to be coordination, cooperation, but today it is collaboration. Because of that, we need to learn new language, and that language is assertive. I win, you win. Collaboration. Only collaboration works going forward. So we need to learn how to actually use that language so that we are, in able to express ourselves in a positive way. So this is a definition of assertive communication. It is the ability to speak and interact in a manner that considers and respects the rights and opinions of others, and while also standing up for your rights, needs, and personal boundaries. Now, I'll give you examples. What are the characteristics, and how do you talk when you have to uh, speak in assertive communication? There will be many situations where sometimes you feel that you have to say something and you're really scared, but you don't know how to say it, or you get very angry, but you have to communicate in a very calm, neutral tone. These are some of the things that you should do. Should have direct eye contact. Don't look here, there, everywhere. It makes you feel look that as if you are putting yourself down. Look at that person while talking. Have a neutral tone. See, whenever I'm sure many of you have dealt with kids, right, or pets who are very cranky. At the time, if you are also as cranky, if you also get angry, nothing happens, right? So you have to be neutral and stay calm, be relaxed. Then that child or that pet will automatically listen to you. So that's all. That is assertive communication. So where can we practice assertive communication? At home, with our children, with our pets. You see, they will talk to you, they will respond so positively. If you are non-threatening, neutral, you look at them, you have positive language. If that's all we need to remember about assertive communication. It's very easy to learn, but we need to keep these points in mind. So these are the points. Be non-threatening, use non-blaming language. You did this, you did this. No, or never blame, never point. Immediately the other person becomes defensive and all communication is broken down. They will not relate to you on any level because the ego gets hurt. So you need to not involve the ego. You need to keep it very neutral and calm. So this is one scenario. A friend shows up late and you wanted to see the movie and both of you miss the movie. So what is the aggressive response? Kya yaar, why are you coming so late? What is nonsense? Always you're not coming. We can't even go for a movie together. Aggressive type of response. Passive response. Oh my God, again you come late. What to do now? Okay, we have missed the movie. Let's go home. Passive response. What could be the assertive response? Anyone?
Assertive response will be, Madam, if somebody is coming late, if my friend is coming late, and we are getting late to the picture, now when he come, I'll welcome him. Say, thank you. See, we are late. Let's go ahead fast and see the movie. I think that will be most assertive response.
If it's not possible to see the movie, it's too late. Maybe the friend is genuinely late. Like when the friend was leaving office, he got client call. At the time, he can't tell the client, my friend is waiting for movie, right?
So without blaming, I'll just thank him. He'll come. let's go ahead. Let's see the movie.
Okay,
Why waste
nice.
time?
Yes,
If
very good.
Chimmu, can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
So, Hirani ji is saying correctly that I should welcome him. And if it is not possible to see the movie now, it's too late, then we can also offer him for an alternative. Let's go and have coffee at the nearest cafe. Or
Okay, we are late. Okay, we are too late. And then
yeah,
we can do that.
or
Right.
yeah, or let's go and and just roam about in the nearest garden. Let's have a chat there, roaming about, walk the talk.
Yes, sure. But what about the movie?
No,
Next time,
I think we were too late for the movie.
Yeah, but you still
Yes.
won't see the movie, no? So what will you do?
Next show.
next show, next day.
Okay, nice.
No, what I believe, ma'am, what I believe is instead of fighting with somebody, let's understand a person and go beyond that.
Yes, absolutely. Like genuinely, that person may be late. No, the client may have called just as he is leaving the door. Then he cannot
Yes,
tell the client, isn't it?
we don't know person what is he going through.
Yes, that's very nice. So being calm, being neutral actually gets more response and a better response. Now this
But
is
one thing more,
happening.
ma'am, one thing more, a person is in a position where, समझो, he's a officer. I go to him. I know I'm right, but he's trying to intimidate me. How do you do that? What do you do then?
So let me ask you, what would be the aggressive responses? You cannot shout at him. He is a person
No,
in
you
a
can't shout.
You can't shout at him. So that is out of the question. Okay,
Yes,
so the passive response. Passive response is just accepting what he says, which is also not correct because you know that he is not correct. So
yes.
now let me ask you, how will you tell him in a nice way that you don't agree with him and your point of view also is there?
What I do, and I've done it. Even though he's shouting, he's very furious because he has his own reason. He wants something from me. I just say, sir, it is not that. This is the fact. And if you want, I can come again. I can actually. Today, I think we are not in a good mood. I'll come again with more reasons and more proofs if you want. This is what I've done. But it is very difficult.
Yes, it's very difficult.
But I just became confident. I don't know why. I'm telling very confidently,
Yes, very nice. So the reason is that if that person's ego is affected, right? Once the ego affected, the response does not become rational. They become angry, they become defensive, they don't want to hear anything. It's very difficult to connect to such a person.
So I have to come again. I have to tell that I'll come again because that time if I speak, you'll get more feeling.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
I cannot let him, overpower me.
You want to go to it?
You can't do that. You have to be, you have to stand your ground because you are also important. You have to respect yourself. That's a very good response. And also to stay calm in the face of anything like this. Many in household also, the spouse will shout and then we will give in because we don't want to shout back. But the way to do this is to stay calm. Actually, staying calm, solves a lot of questions. And don't discuss at that time. Come back later and discuss. A very good solution, assertive solution. So let me ask you now. Many of us have had this experience. Somebody cuts in line and comes in front of us. So what will you say? What is a good response for that? If somebody cuts in line and comes in front of you.
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
If you're standing in queue and somebody cuts the line and comes rushing, they cut everybody and they go in front. What will you say?
Normally, we
I
get
have done it. I've done it. I asked somebody, if are you really in a very urgent? I could not speak it properly. The proper word will be, I asked him, is it really urgent? Because I was in the line and you were behind me. So if it was really urgent, he would tell me what is the urgency. I would let him go. I would really let him go.
Yes. But suppose he doesn't ask anything, he just pushes and comes in the front. You have everybody has faced this person. You are waiting queue in the airport, they just push and go in
I have to
front.
tell him, "Bhai, you are behind me. Please let me go." You
Chi-
can't
uh,
help it.
Chi-
You cannot let him
very
go.
interesting. Very interesting is happening. A very similar situation happens when you're driving. So some car is trying to overtake you. Normally, I would let him overtake and enjoy my driving.
No,
Yes,
I
that
was
is
saying
very
about doctor.
but
When
this
I
is
am in a
personal, right?
madam,
This
when I was in
yes.
doctor's place and in a queue and somebody went ahead, there it happened. So I asked him, really, it is very urgent, you know. But what you said, he's just pushing himself and going in. I have to
Yes.
tell him, Mike, please go behind.
Yes. Yes. You have to tell. Please be. Yes, Jyoti, you want to try that? What will you tell?
I generally says, excuse me, the queue is there. Please maintain the queue. I generally say this. Means when we are for some fees payment time or some like this type of kind, then I generally say the queue is there. Please be in queue or maintain the decorum or anything like that.
Because if you shout, they will shout back to you. But when you embarrass them by just being very kind and saying, please go behind, they are supposed to, mostly, they will go back.
Yes. Absolutely.
Mostly they go.
Recently happened to me what was that some of the parents they wanted to go early. I said, okay, I have time, I will stay. So I said my daughter that Manvi, we can wait. Just I said this one. Means what is the situation? Accordingly, I do. If I have time, I am not in urgency or saying, I will say, okay, I can wait. But if I am also in urgency and somebody will come and say, no, I am in urgency, that is little challenging.
Correct. Very nice. So I think most of you know what is assertive communication. So how to do it is use I statements. Don't use you. Don't point fingers. Use I so that they cannot fight you on that. It's your feelings, your opinion, so they can't fight you on that. That is the trick. Don't point fingers. Never ever point fingers. If something goes wrong, if you point fingers, gone. And again, you know this because you have just shared. Be a neutral. Maintain eye contact. And now, how to say no? Okay, many of us have to say no. Can I take another 5 minutes, Shivani? So I'll continue till she comes. Sir, can I take
No,
5 more minutes?
Shivani madam is traveling.
Shall I take 5 more minutes? It's 8 o'clock. Is it okay to take 5 more minutes?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thanks. So, how to say no? Many of us feel very scared to say no. But how to say no is sometimes just say, why don't you take up this role in this school administration? No, anyway, it will help you or something like that, and you don't want to do it. You just say, no, thank you. My schedule is full. My calendar is full. Don't give excuses. If required, only you give the reason. So just say no. We have to practice this. Many of us get into all kinds of unwanted responsibilities because we can't say no. In the flat, they say, why don't you take the secretary role? It will help you. You're so good. You can help us. But you don't have time at all. Just say no, thank you. Maybe next, I'll see maybe in the future. Right now, my calendar doesn't permit it. Just say no calmly. Don't give excuses. Don't feel that you have to say something. So just to recap, this is what we went through now. I told you three frameworks. One is just the basic framework. The second one is the opening and the closing the loop. Third one is the complex framework, which all of you did so well. And you are like already on the high ladder of confident communication. Then I just told you about the communication styles, and we learned how to actually do assertive communication, which is the ideal that we want to actually practice at all times. So if you want the workbook, I have created a workbook which has 50 practice speaking topics and templates of these frameworks which I have given you. There's also a quiz on communication style and tips on assertive communication in the workbook. If you want the workbook, you can take it from here. It's a free workbook. So just do this link and you will get the workbook. I'm sorry I did not put the QR code, but you just typing this link will get you the workbook. So with this, you can take a screenshot and type it out later. No issues.
Can you repeat, Chimmu, what was the I in the assertive this thing? What was the I sentence?
Yes, the thing is use I.
Use I. What is that?
I'll tell you. Use I statements. So when you use I statements, people cannot fault you. If you use you came late, you are
That,
at fault. You are
that
actually
is the
so
thing.
instead you say I. I
No.
feel this.
Okay. I feel you
So
came late. Like that. I feel you came late.
no, I feel sad because you came
I
late.
feel sad. I feel sad when you don't call me.
Oh, acha. Okay.
Yes, I feel sad because you didn't return my call, and I was awaiting. I was expecting your
There is
call.
one thing more, ma'am. Instead of saying sorry, if you are late and you go somewhere, and instead of saying sorry, you always say thank you for being patient and waiting for
Yes,
me.
life. Wonderful. That's a very nice thing.
Can you
Thanks.
repeat, sir? Hirani sir, can you repeat?
So I
If
will
I am
repeat
late
some
someplace,
late.
so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't
Instead
say
of saying sorry, I should say thank you that you waited for me patiently.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
because
Yes.
that person didn't leave and go. This person still waited for you. They had hope that you will come. So thanks the person.
And when you are late, I will say I felt so and so. I will start with myself. I won't blame you directly, but I didn't like it. ऐसा मुझे बुरा लगा थोड़ा सा. अब जरा आ जाते हैं. अच्छा.
So, I mean, when using assertive, you don't have to say sorry.
No. It's
No.
not like
This is one of the
that.
way. Sometimes it is sorry. Right, ma'am?
Sorry is okay. But one should take care that it's a I statement mostly.
Yes. It's an I statement. The reason is the minute you point the finger there, you're touching that person's ego, and that person is not calm anymore. You cannot
Yes.
connect with them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you
Okay.
say, put it on yours. I feel
But
sad.
I feel, but I'm also starting by saying I feel. I feel this needs a lot of practice, Chimmu. I mean, in our day-to-day life, we have got so used to pointing fingers and things like that. So I feel a lot of practice will have to go into this.
Absolutely. And the place to practice, I'll tell you, is at home. If you have kids, best place to practice because you just see the difference that will come when you broke this. Why did you do this? Instead of saying all that and making the kid defensive or the pet also, you can just say, okay, this happened. What can we do next? Why did
As
it
as Hirani sir says, charity begins at home.
happen? Yeah. So that's the best place to practice with your
No,
spouse
but
also.
I will tell you
Because
one
you
thing,
get so
ma'am.
angry, right, with your spouse.
Right now, I got slightly, me and my wife, we are sitting together. I said something to her. She said, you are so nice to these people. Like, you are at home. Like, but actually, we should practice at home. Saying sorry, thank you should be more at home than outside.
Yeah.
You see, मजाक कर रहे हैं हम दोनों. But actually, this is the right way because more people, the people who are at home are most important and very near. And there we forget to say sorry and thank you.
And that's where we just do all these. No, you did this, you didn't come pick me up, you are late.
Yes.
Then it becomes worse.
The blame game.
Thank you so much. With this, I conclude. If there are any questions, yes, I will share it with Shivani. She will give it to you. And if you want the workbook, it will be there in the presentation slide. If not, you can just take it. This link, you will get you will get the workbook. So just if you fill up this, if you want to practice, there is workbook. You will get it. Okay. Is there any questions that you have before I hand it over? And I hope you are learning. Can anyone share at least one thing that you're going to be taking away from today's session? I know we did a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last affirmation point, starting with the I. That is the takeaway for me.
Thank
Great.
you.
Definitely for me too. That is a big learning.
Assertive part was very effective. Thank you so much, Chimmu.
And
Your
you gave,
session was so amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
and madam, you gave one line and asked us to speak without any practice. That is a very good way to develop, impromptu. It was nice.
I think the way your interactive session went, exactly what Haresh ji is also saying, that I mean, when you give those small exercises, they
You
were
keep
so
engaged
interesting.
the
Yeah, I mean,
audience. You kept
yeah,
them engaged.
yes, definitely.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. With
Very
that,
interactive also. Interactive session that was.
yeah, thanks.
Ma'am, I can
Amazing
find
explanation.
ma'am, I
Yes.
can find a format for even a casual way of speaking. So you have a friend a format for this thing. That's interesting, and that's good to learn. Even for a casual way of speaking, got a
Thank you.
format. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent, man.
Thank you so much. So now,
And
can
you
I
have got a
just...
very good smile.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Well,
Madam, very interactive, very simple, and a lovely session. And
It's
my
very
takeaway
simple.
is, you told, no, when we give some reward to a person when he came late, instead of telling you are late, that's very nice. And I felt sad. That's the takeaway for me. And also study communication, how to start, how to conclude. Excellent one, madam. Madam, can you share that link in a chat?
yes, I have shared the workbook link in the
Thank
chat.
you.
Ma'am, send to
Yeah.
Shivani, ma'am. She will send in the group. That will be better.
Yes, I will send to Shivani also.
So this will go away, na? Okay.
I would like
Thank
to
you.
add what Haresh ji said about the smile. You can add that to your assertive, I mean, communication. That first start with a nice smile.
Thank you so much. So,
And your
Shivani,
session was very simple, very simple.
yeah, it's
Very
communication.
effective and very effective.
Okay.
Communication
Thanks
has to be
so much.
simple. Yes, you're right. It has to be simple.
Madam,
I hope
which city do you belong to?
I am from Bangalore, sir.
So I am also from Bangalore. I was guessing. That is why I asked.
Nice.
I have sent you a request on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much. I will accept.
I am also from Bangalore. I would like to invite you for another session so that it can benefit even much bigger, larger members, ma'am.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you so much. Pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
Who's speaking just now?
I am Sujata.
Sujata, madam.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sujata. Okay, Sujata, I'll send you a LinkedIn request too.
Sure. Thank you. Wonderful day.
Your full name is, how do I get your LinkedIn, this thing?
Raghunatham, na? Sujata Raghunatham.
CA Sujata. CA Sujata G. It's my LinkedIn.
CS Sujata. Okay.
Can sir, shall I hand it over back to you, sir? I will conclude now.
Bye.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you, everybody. And
Yes, sir.
really, Chimmu ma'am, it was fantastic, a lovely session, and it was very easy and very effective. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chimuji. It was really, really insightful and a lot of new learnings I hope audience got from your session.
Yes.
Thank you for all your time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, lovely audience. See you next Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.